Solutions, fencing out doors. Clip the day, man. Clip the day, man. I'm Dave Got. I'm your host from the East Coast, man. Burning with the toast. Let's go. Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is episode number 16 of the Future Solutions Fence and Outdoor Clip of the Day podcast. My name's Dave Gatto, and I'm your host. Hey guys, what I want to talk about today, guys, I want to talk about why it's important to have a website. Why do we have a website there? What's it supposed to do? And how is it supposed to perform? Okay, so when I first got in the business, I had no idea why I needed a website. I thought it was literally just to make myself look good, for customers to have a sense of legitimacy about me, to see that I actually existed. But that's part of it. But that's not the big part of it, guys. The number one rule and the number one reason why I have a website, guys, is so that I can have a call to action there. Okay, I want people to be able to click on my website and I want something to happen. That is a call to action. I don't want them just going on there and playing around and looking at stuff and then leaving after they said, oh, that was a really cool looking website, and going somewhere else and actually going to another website, to a different company, and making something happen. Now, my number one call to action, guys, that I have, and it is front and center when somebody clicks on our website, it is right there. It is a button that they see immediately. It's the first thing that they see, and it says schedule an estimate. And it's a really good call to action, guys, and let me tell you why. So the schedule an estimate button is there to eliminate all the extra work that a customer has to do. Picking up the phone, calling, comparing schedules with the company, maybe getting an answer, maybe not. It is right there. They can click on it and they can schedule. They answer some qualifying questions, and it immediately goes out into our estimators, into our CRM, and a bunch of different actions happen from there. All right. So we eliminate all the extra work. The less work that a customer or a potential client has to do, the more likely you are to convert it. We don't want any roadblocks, okay? So that's our number one call to action, is the schedule and estimate button. The second one, guys, that we have right under that is our Finance Now option. So a customer can click on that and they can say, okay, let me go through the process. This looks pretty simple. It looks painless. It says I'm going to get an immediate result back, whether I qualify or not. So they click that button, they gather all their information, they put all their information in there, and they get pre-qualified for a certain dollar amount, and we call them up, and we say, hey, we just wanted to follow up with you guys. You've been pre-qualified for $50,000 or whatever the case might be. We'd like to come out there, and we'd like to give you an estimate, bring some samples, show you some stuff. Okay, so that's our second call to action. Those are right underneath each other. Now they scroll down a little bit more. There's a little bit of information about us, but then bang, there's another call to action. That's a button for a referral program. It's front and center. It's big. They click on it. The picture is hyperlinked. It immediately goes to our referral program. They don't actually have to even be getting a fence. They can say, oh, well, here's a way I can make some money. I can refer somebody who needs a fence. I'm going to keep this in my back pocket in case I know anybody that needs a fence, right? And so they put their information and the person they're referring's information. And of course, we go ahead and we call the person that they are referring. And also we call them, all right? Because we want to get in front of them as well. Okay, so that's my third call to action. Now, my fourth one is we have the My Salesman app that is on our website. And what the My Salesman app is it says instant estimate. There's a button that says instant. People like instant. In this day and age, they want it like that. They like instant. So they say, oh, what is this? They're going to give me an estimate. How are they going to do that? Bang. They click on that. The first thing it does, guys, it gathers all their information. Then pulls up a satellite photo of their house. And they're able to pick a fence, pick a style, pick a color, pick a height, and draw that on there with their mouse or their finger. And by the way, it is very, very accurate. And they can put their gates in there, and they click submit, and it gives them an instant ballpark estimate of what their fence is going to cost. And it is very accurate. And we have that programmed in there, guys, so that it goes a little bit higher. It's a qualifying thing for us. So the real magic is that instantly goes to our CRM, all right, and to our salesman. So now it's in front of our salesman. It's a lead. It's in the pipeline, and our salesmen know, hey, let's call this person up. And they say, this is such and such from Future Solutions Fence and Fence Supply. We've seen that you guys were looking at a potential estimate at such and such an address. We'd really love to come out, answer any questions that you have, give you some hard measurements, bring you some samples. Now, if they say yes, it is on. That sale, 99 out of 100 times, is going to close. They know what the fence is going to cost. It's actually a little bit lower normally when we get out there because, we could find some obstructions that we didn't see in the satellite photo, some stumps, some really bad terrain, some bad grade, maybe there's no machine access, etc. But they are ready to buy. And we further qualify them on the phone and say, hey, we want to make sure both decision makers are there, the husband and the wife. We don't want the husband out there saying, hey, I got to run it by the missus real quick. That's just a big FU normally. So we make sure both people are out there. My salesmen are there with the tablets. They're giving them an instant quote right there. That's the proposal. Bang, let's get a signature. Give me that credit card. Write a check. Let's rock and roll. Okay, guys. So those are our call to actions that we have. Now we have another one too, which is a contact form. We don't normally get a lot of those, although it does happen. Somehow people miss all that other stuff on there and they fill the contact form out. We just don't like them because, we get the message the next day, we call them up, we get their answering machine, they call us back, they get our answering machine, or we're on the phone bouncing back and forth with, hey, will Sunday work? Will Saturday work? Will Friday work? Or will this won't work? And all that wasted time. And then we got to take their information and plug it into the computer, and that leaves room for more error. That takes time away from the office and also makes it harder for the customer to actually schedule the estimate. So those are our call to actions. Now, guys, what's really important too is the performance of your website. Okay, so it's not all about the glitz and the glam, making it look good and videos and all this stuff. The performance is super important, guys. So our load time, which there are free websites that you can go out there, you can put your URL in and you can test your load time. 0 to 4 seconds is optimum. 10 seconds, guys, 10 seconds is the worst. It's got a bounce rate of 123%. So that means people are guaranteed to leave your website if it takes 10 seconds to load. That's horrible. We all know that, guys, and I'm guilty of it too. I put a website in on my phone, and that bar is just moving super slow. The thing is spinning on there, and I am out. I'm on to the next one, and I like quick. I like efficient. I like fast. I like to get it done. And so does everybody else, guys. So testing your load speed is super important. And if your website is not loading quick, it's typically an easy fix. Maybe some things need some updating. Some plugins need some updating, etc. There's not enough bandwidth, whatever the case might be. Something you want to talk to about your website designer, or if you're doing it yourself, you probably already know about that stuff through WordPress, etc. So you want your load time to be super quick, and you want your website to be easy to use. There is nothing worse, guys, than going through a website and then trying to complete an action and not knowing how to complete the action. It's like you put something in the shopping cart, then all of a sudden you can't find the shopping cart. Then you're trying to back out of there and it won't let you back out, and there's an error. That is so frustrating. Or you get to the shopping cart page to check out, and there's further problems along the way with credit cards, and it's just a hard process. So you want to make it easily navigatable. That also increases your click-through rate, which will rank you higher on Google, as well as your load time will rank you higher on Google. And another way, guys, to naturally rank higher, organically rank higher, is to have SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, SEO rich content, guys. So you got to think in terms like this. What are people searching for when they want a fence? What would you search for when you want a fence? Need a fence, privacy fence, vinyl fence, aluminum fence, ornamental fence, wood fence, chain link fence. You want to pack in a natural way, guys. You want to pack these words into your website because Google sends little crawlers in there that go and they count this content, because Google's job is to get you in front of the right people when you search. So if your website has fence, all this fence stuff in it, Google knows, hey, this is super relevant. Let's rank him high for the search results. Okay, guys, and like I said, I want to reiterate that word naturally. To naturally place these words in there, because there is a thing called stuffing, and stuffing is illegal by Google. I mean, it's not illegal like somebody's going to kick your door down and come and arrest you, or maybe even fine you, but Google frowns upon it. So if it doesn't make any sense if it's like fence, ornamental fence, vinyl fence, it's not going to work out. Google is not going to rank you for that. That is irrelevant, and it's frowned upon. So SEO-rich content, fast load time, lots of click-through rate, easy to use, guys. These are all ways to boost your rankings. And like I said, stick to the facts, okay? We want something to happen. We don't want anybody backing out of our website without making something happen. We want an estimate. We want a phone call. We want to gather their information and get back in front of them and start drip sailing them. And it might be different for you. Whatever industry you're in, guys, whether it's e-commerce or a service industry or something along those lines, a consulting industry, whatever space you're in, guys, you know what you need to happen. Talk to your website designer. If you're doing it yourself, make sure that stuff is front and center and easy as possible to do. So, guys, if you like this episode, I only ask one thing, guys. I ask that you like it, that you share it, and that you subscribe about it. Tell a friend. See you guys. Future Solutions, fencing outdoors. Clip the day, man. I'm Dave Gatto. I'm your host from the East Coast, man. Burning with the toast. Let's go.